Hi friends, in this video I'm going to show you how you can create a planner that looks like this. It's a planner for the next year. It has a cover and then it continues with the first month, and then on the other side there is a perpetual calendar and a few note boxes. So it starts with January and then continues with February and then March, April and so on. And in this tutorial I'll show you how you can create a layout that looks like this, how you can add stickers to create a header that looks like this, where these two texts here are overlapping each other, and also how you can create a widget that looks like this with a vertical black line on the sides. So let's first start by clicking on create a planner, and let's start a new template. This tutorial will be for the A5 size, but at the end I'll show you how you can resize the planner into other planner sizes. But for this tutorial I'll have it set to A5. First things first, we always need to know what kind of layout to apply to the planner. So here under Layout, Planner, you can select and apply different kinds of layouts, and then you would apply widgets within these boxes here. So for this planner, let's analyze it quickly. You see that there are blank spaces on the top and the bottom. Here the green boxes are where the blank spaces will be. And then there are two sticker labels. So this one here is a sticker, and then here is the second sticker. And then there are two widgets, and then on the other side we also have 3 widgets. So on the left side we would need to create something with 2 widget boxes. So let's go back, select the left page to edit this page, and let me first select maybe a 1 box layout like this, as well as for the other side. And let's go back to the left side, then go to adjust layout, and now let's add a row to the top and then a row to the bottom. So now we have a bottom and a top empty space like this. And then next let's add a right column. So it should look something like this. And if you look here, you see that the widget is on the right side of the page. So click to add a widget or a widget box. And then you see that here the right widget, the list is bigger than the left side where the calendar is. So what you can do here is click on this box here. It's the A box right here, and then you click here on this plus button, and it adds in an additional row on top of it. So from here you can extend the B box to the top. So select the B box and then click on this arrow button like this, and now we have something similar like here. Okay, so I think this looks fine. Let's add some widgets into these 2 boxes. Click on the first box, and in here we want to add a calendar. You can add a calendar when filtering for monthly up here, and then click and select this widget right here. It's a calendar widget like this. And then up here you can select a month. So have it selected at January 2023 like this. And there currently is an error, so it's not really pulling up the January calendar from 2023. However, if you see this error, just go to the settings and then manually type it in here under the month setting. So here you can type in 2023 and 1 for January, and this should fix it. So this usually always happens with the January months, but the February till December months, they all should be fine. So once you have the calendar applied, click on the second widget, and here we want to add a list, a to-do list. So let's filter for to-do, add this list widget. And then next you can also select an icon. Here I have the rectangular icon selected, which is this one here. You can also select the colors, so I will have it set to gray. And then from here, let's select the correct color and styling. So the colors here will be black for the outline. Okay. And the line colors will be gray. And the header color doesn't matter. And for the header color, you can just leave it as it is now. Okay, then you see here that this list here has like a vertical black line on the side. And to create something like this, what you can do is go to Styling, have the widget selected, the to-do list selected, go to Style, then select To Selected Widget, and then you can apply a styling under the minimal selection, which is called Vertical Side. Okay, so make sure you are under Style, Minimal, To Selected Widget, and then click on Vertical Style. And this will apply you a styling where the widgets have a vertical black line on the side of the widget. Now what I see here is that we still have the header applied, so to remove the header, click on it, and in the settings you want to click on Remove Header like this. So this is how it should look like. If you want, you can also increase the amount of rows. So let's maybe increase it to around 15 or as many as you like. So this looks good, almost similar. Next, let's check out the calendar. You see that here in the calendar there are no lines between the numbers. And to do that, what you can do is click on the calendar, and here on the right side in the settings, you have the color option where you can further customize the colors of the widget. So here under line, you want to click on this line color right here, and you want to insert a white color. And this will make the lines white, and it will look like the lines have disappeared. Now you see that here the numbers are not centered. To center them, click on the widget, and in the settings, scroll down to the Day Start menu. Right here, you should see a setting called Numerical Dates Position. So when you click here, you can select to have the numbers centered. And this will center the numbers. So we've got the calendar and the to-do list. Looks just like we have it here. Next, let's check out the fonts. Go to Text, go to H2, and then here you want to select a font, one you like. I will select this font right here. And if you want, you can also have it set to bold. So this will make the headers of the widget bold, but the numbers will stay normal. So it should look something like this. And what you can do as well is you can also change how the days are displayed. So if you select the widget up here on the top bar, you can choose if you want the days to be displayed short, long, or narrow. And I'll have it set to narrow like this. Okay, so next let's check out the stickers. To add text on top of your planner, you can go to Sticker, and then go to Widget, and then go to Custom Text. Click on it to pull this widget up, and this one can be dragged around on the planner. So whenever you have sticker mode selected, this means that you can insert elements into the planner and you can drag them around. Then let's select a font. I will select the same font, this one right here, and then also make sure the color is black, and then back, and let's change it to 01 for January. And then also increase the font size up here to, I would say, around 160, around 160 should be fine. You can also make it bigger, 180 like this. And then make sure you place it in the middle. Of course, you can also make it bigger, maybe 190 like this. And once you are happy, you can add a new custom text widget. And now let's work on the text up here, the 2023. So back to the font selection, click up here on this icon AA to choose a different font. I'll select the same font right here, back, and I'll type in 2023. And the font size, maybe set it to around, I would say maybe 60 or 70 or maybe 65 like this. And the color, I'll have it to a lighter gray. I would recommend you to not do it too light, else when you print it out you won't see the color clearly. So have it a bit to a darker gray, so you can make sure that the colors are showing up once printed on paper. I think we can even make this text bigger, maybe 80. This is how, or maybe even 90, like this. I'll have it set to 85. I think that looks fine. And then place it on top of this to-do list, somewhere right here. Next, let's add the 2023 text. Add a new custom text and rename it to 2023 like this, and then open the font selection and choose a new font. Now this font here I've used is the Winter Pen. This one right here, it's called Winter Pen, but you can choose any font you like. And then extend it like this, make it a bit bigger. Make sure black is selected, and I don't want it to be bold, so I'll unselect it from bold, have it regular, and then move it so it's overlapping the number a bit like this. You can always play around with it and maybe adjust it, move it around, or you can also change the fonts to your liking. And then you should have something that looks like this. So pretty close to the original. So now that we're done with the left side, let's check out the right side. So here we have a perpetual calendar and then 2 note boxes on the sides. So this means that we would need to have a layout with 3 boxes like you see here. Select the right layout or go back to planner mode. Okay, so you can work on the layout up here on the left side. Select the right page, click anywhere on the right page, go to layout, go to adjust layout, and here let's add a right column and then add a widget into it and add a top row, and then you want to extend the A box up like this and add a new box to the right side like this. Now here I have the upper right box a tiny bit smaller than the lower one, so click on this number right here where it says 1 fraction, click on it, and then you want to reduce it to around, I would say, 0.5. So you now should have something that looks like this. Now let's add a few widgets. Click on the first box right here and then go to monthly and add in the widget called perpetual calendar. Click on it and it will add you the calendar, and then also make sure you have it set to the correct month and year. So 2023, and then one for January. Okay, and then let's add a notes widget to the right side. Select the widget, go to notes, and here we want to add in a grid widget. You can also add this one or this one here, they are very similar. And then I believe there is no header. When you remove the header, it will extend the widget to the top. But since we want to have that space in there, click on Show Header and just remove the text like this. Then below you want to add a gray box, and you can add a gray box in many different ways. So one would be to go to All, and then here, for example, you can add in the multiple box widget, or maybe you could also add this horizontal box widget. That would be easier. And then you want to remove all the excess boxes, so you only have one left, and also remove the text within the box like this. And now you might also want to change the color, because this color here is slightly green, but I think it would look nicer in gray. So what you can do is you can go onto Header, and in the color menu you can click on Header, and then here you can select a new gray color like this. Okay, so now the planner is completed, or not yet, but the first month is completed. We now have the calendar on the left side, and we have the perpetual calendar on the right side with a few notes boxes. And now I will show you how we can duplicate this page and have it automatically change the dates for you. So open up the multiple page menu, and now you want to click on this button right here, duplicate plus change date. And once you click on it, it will add you a new page, and it will automatically change you the calendar to February on the left side as well on the right side. The only thing you need to do here is you need to manually change the date or the text right here. And to edit this text here, you would need to go back to sticker mode here on the upper left side. Then you can click on it, and then in the settings you can change it to 02 for February. And sometimes it's possible that it is getting cut off like this, so you might want to manually increase the box size so it's not cutting off the number. If it is on your end, also increase it like I am doing here. And then once done, click on duplicate plus change date. This is March, do the same. Have it change it to 3 for March, duplicate change date. This now is April. And then duplicate change. Now we are in May. 5. Duplicate change, this one will be 6, and another page, 7, 8, and then 9, and then 10, and 11, and the last one is 12. Okay, and then lastly, just check each page, make sure everything looks fine. And once everything looks good, we can move on to working on the cover page. The cover page looks like this. It's a page where I have the 23 number in the background and then a simple text in the front like this. And you can easily add a cover page by clicking on Add Page menu, this orange button right here. You want to click on it, and then you want to say you want to add an empty page, and you want to tell it to add it at the top. So this empty page will now be on the very first position. So click on it, at the top. And you see that now it has added you an empty page to the top. Now we don't need to have these widget boxes. So let's go back to planner mode so we can work on the planner. And then go to layout and go to adjust layout. And here you can simply click on the boxes and remove them by clicking on the minus button, right, like this. Same for the right side, remove the boxes. And now that we have an empty page, we can go back to sticker mode and then add the custom text widget to the right side. Type in number 2, go to the font selection, click up here on AA and select the same font like before. I'll have this font here selected, and the font here will be set at around, I think it was something around 700, like this. It was even bigger than that. I think it was around 800, like this. And then move it to the upper left side, like this. And then duplicate this sticker, click on copy and paste to get a second one. And then here you want to change the number to 3, like this. And then you want to move it so it's touching the number 2 in a way that looks similar like this. But of course you can also further move the numbers around until you like it and like how it's looking. I think this looks fine. Then next, let's change the color from black to gray. Click on this black color selection up here and then choose a gray color. Okay, and then for the other number as well. And then add a new text widget, custom text widget like this. And here you want to type in 20, 23. And you want to text a bit bigger, maybe around 60 in size, and then select the font. So I had the Winter Pen font selected before, but of course you can select any other font you like. Make sure the color is black. And then I think it should be a tiny bit smaller, maybe 50 looks fine. Or maybe 40, 45, around 45, and then you can make sure and then try to align it into the middle or to the place you like. And you should have something that looks like this. So this will be the front cover, the left side will be the back cover. So the left side will be behind December, and then this right front cover will be in front of January. So once you have something that looks like this, you've completed the tutorial. We've created a 2023 planner with all months from January till December. And when you export the planner, you would go to Save Export. You would select the paper the planner would be printed out on. So in my case, I have A4 paper at home. And then next, also make sure you have rearrange pages for rings selected. So once you're printing the planner front and back, the months are aligning correctly and continuing correctly. So by selecting this setting right here, you make sure that once you print out the planner front and back, you don't suddenly have August behind January or February behind September. It just makes sure that once you print out the planner front and back, that all months are aligned in the correct order. So always have this menu here selected and then depending on if you have A4 paper or A5 paper at home, you might choose the correct setting up here. And then once you've chosen the settings, you just click on Batch Generate PDF to create you a PDF file. Meanwhile, while it's generating a PDF file, I'll show you how you can resize the planner. So this one right here is in A5, but let's say you want to create this planner for the A6 size, for example, which is just half the size of this A5 size. What you would do is open the sizing menu, select the A6 size, click on A6, and you see it automatically will resize you the planner. The widgets, they look fine, however, you will further need to adjust the stickers. So click on sticker mode, and then here you might want to adjust the font and make it smaller, set it to 23 in this case, and here you also want to make it smaller as well, maybe to 67 like this, and then this number here will have to be smaller as well, around, I would say, 130 like this. So this is how you would resize the planner, and then you would apply this step to all the pages. Same goes for the front cover. Apply the A6 size, and then you might need to go back to sticker mode and then individually make the numbers smaller so they fit into the smaller size. So here, for example, would be around 600, and then this would be smaller as well. So this is how a resized planner would look like in A6. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. This is how you can create a 2023 planner with a cover. Of course, you can use this planner commercially. You're free to sell this planner. And this planner is also available on the hub page. So if you don't have the time to recreate this planner, you can of course also go to the hub page and then open the pre-made template. Let me show you right here on the hub page. If you scroll down here, it would be the very first planner, this one right here. So feel free to open up this planner and then export it and use it in your shop if you don't have time to recreate it on your own. If you have any questions, feel free to always message me on Instagram or Facebook, and I will try to respond to your questions as quickly as I can. Bye!